It's just the actual thing to do now. Fucking, what's that singer from Toy Story? What was that dude?
Bill, Randy
Randy Newman.
Randy Newman, yeah.
Yeah. My fucking voice almost just shifted to Randy Newman. I was fucking getting fucking drowned by mucus for a second.
Real.
Now we're cooking.
About to fucking. He's still alive. Jeez, good for him.
Oh my fucking. Which I don't know pink items. What the fuck? It's being baseless. Oh god, not this hoe again. What the fuck is this? Bobby, get the fuck away from me. What the fuck? She's literally one-shotting. I regret saying that fucking augment sucked. Okay, just forgive me. What is so funny?
You got the whole squad laughing, Chief.
What is so funny?
What?
What is so fucking funny? What is funny? What is funny?
I need a hydrophobic rigid body pillow cube.
What is funny? What is funny? What is funny? What is funny? What is funny?
Why do you keep asking?
Because why do you keep laughing?
I need a body pillow so desperately bad. Need my Hasuno Miku.
That is. Did you say Hatsuno Miku? Bro, Weeps would have you on a fucking cross for that one.
Why?
It's me.
Yeah, she got real shooters.
Is that the name of a character?
Bro.
Oh, I know this chick. What was she in? Hatsune Miku. What the fuck was she in?
Yeah, niggas about to show up at your door. And
Literally.
Is it because I'm so white? Hatsune Miku.
You said Hatsuno Miku.
You're right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's very
spelled,
different.
It was spelled wrong on the thing I read.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was an E.
Don't change the fact you still about to die, nigga.
Hatsune Miku. Okay. What the fuck? Why do I know this character?
Because everyone knows Hatsune Miku. Like, what?
What's she from?
She's a Vocaloid character. She's
A
the
what?
original vocal. Oh my fuck. It's like a
What's
music.
Vocaloid?
It's a vocal synthesizer, like the original
Oh.
one, like where a robot is singing instead of someone. Like 30 years ago, she was fucking released.
So she's just a mascot?
Yes, but there's a ton of them. But Hatsune Miku is a very famous, very like iconic Japanese piece of media. Like everyone knows who Hatsune Miku is.
I think I recognize her from
Don't worry, Aaron. You see if I don't.
what?
He doesn't got you.
What?
I said, don't worry. You're not the only one who don't know that bitch.
Damn, I still didn't get you, big dog.
I
Is she
say
in
you're not
porn?
the only. What? I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not gonna look it up because I don't care that much. But Eve, do you know?
Do I know what?
I feel like Eve would know.
What
On
do I know?
deck.
What do I know?
Hatsune Miku porn.
Bro,
Does it exist? I wouldn't. It's got.
do you know what? Do you? What do you think Rule 34 means?
Okay, all right. Yeah.
No, what do you think Rule 34 means?
It means anything on the internet has there's porn of it, or anything exists there's porn of it. I know Rule 34.
Do you?
Of course I do.
Are you sure?
But I don't know. I just feel like, is she known for like? Is it like common? Well, you said it's like, you said weed, but I am my mind immediately goes to like otaku type shit, which is more like Coomer. Is she like
Bro.
a Coomer character?
Bro. No, mostly anime bitches like her.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
guys,
including you.
Yeah, no, I
guys,
think what I've seen her, I swear to God,
Expelled
I
more
think it's
water
from
during the cooking process. There's a
one
clear
of the
separation
an
of the
articulated
internal meat
what do they
to
call
the
it? Is it
fried
just
breading.
figurine or when
Why
they
is
have
that?
the ones?
Well, remember this quote from earlier.
a
Prolonged
figure?
water chilling can add a significant
no,
amount
what
of
are
water
they-
to
they
the
got-
They're
carcass.
just called
names.
figures.
U.S. regulations allow 5
No,
to
there's
12%
another
of
word.
They
chicken
can be called
weight to be
statues,
absorbed
but-
by water.
I'm gonna
So it
buy
turns out
your
a big portion of
figure
that
and put her in a
160 gram
jar.
portion is just free
No,
water.
no.
Oh, I
that
can give
fell
you the
out.
website where
And
like
in this
most
case, this
figures
is a
are bought that are
negative when frying
Japanese.
chicken because the crust is
I
not
think they
adhere
ship to
as well
US,
to
but
that
you have to
crust.
transfer it to yen.
Now,
But that's actually a
visually,
good
we can
thing
see
because
the
the yen is
difference,
like
but
really
let's
shit right
actually-
now. So you getting your money's worth.
That's crazy.
What's the fuck? I think it's Ninodroid. I think Ninodroid.
I was just joking. I was just joking.
No, but I'm serious. Like that, it's either Ninodroid. I don't think it's Ninodroid. I think it's Wait, do Ninodroids sell non-Ninodroid? Yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of. I think. Yeah. Wait, no, this is US. I see what you're doing. You're selling it for US dollars, so you make a profit. I need a higher quality Makise Kurisu one, and then I'll buy it. $37? No. Bitch, who cares about Oshinoko? Fuck you. Who cares about half these bitches? I ain't ever heard of any of these hoes. It would still probably be cheaper to buy it in Japan and get someone to ship it to you, honestly. Oh, they have one of Hajime! Bro, I see no one mention Hajime. Like, actually. People did not like him.
Who?
Oh, wait, no. Hajime is from the second game. I thought Hajime was the third one. Never mind. No, people like Hajime.
Madoka Kaname.
From Danganronpa. I thought Hajime was the, I thought Hajime was the one in the third game that has, like, the weird hat and lets his best friend die. I don't fuck with him. I think his name... I forgot what his name was. I don't know if you watched any of my playthrough of the third one, but the second one's peak. Yeah.
You know what Madoka Kaname is?
Marika? Like, Marika?
Madoka.
That whole playthrough is cursed.
Are you talking about Madoka Magica?
That must be what it is.
What did you say?
Madoka Kaname.
What did you say it was? No, like, how did you pronounce it?
Oh, Madoka. I saw this Asian dude pronounce it that way. That's not my fault.
Uh-huh.
I thought he had the cheat code.
Yeah. It's Madoka.
Hold on. Yeah. Madoka Kaname.
Escalated quickly.
Bro,
This dude's fucking Asian.
that doesn't mean he's... You know, I'm not even gonna get into the racism
He's
here.
not Japanese.
I'm not
fucking
I'm
Filipino.
not gonna get into the racism here.
He's not Japanese. He's Filipino.
Exactly, you fucking retard! Fucking
Yeah,
East Asia is one of the most... Dude, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck! Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
I don't think so, you white bitch.
East Asia is one of the most
Oh
languagely...
God, nigga!
White
Don't
guy.
blow a dick, fuck nigga.
Okay, I'm not talking.
Alto, Wedo. My bad, dog.
I demand tribute.
You dumbass figure.
This guy's name is Katuit Hong Kong. Good for him.
My point was that East Asia is the most like one of the most diverse language areas on the globe in terms of how many languages there are and how different they are, and that just because he is Asian does not mean that he would be pronouncing something in Japanese correctly. Because you kept saying he is Asian as a reason for him pronouncing something correctly.
Eve, please, Eve. I know.
It was bait. It was bait.
Fuck
nigga.
you.
I was
Fuck
trying
you.
to be funny.
Fuck you.
Funny.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm not that fucking dumb.
You are! You literally...
I know I act like it, but
No.
sometimes it's just for
No,
fun.
no. Bro, why they got a statue of Bondrewd? Bro, let that man die. Let him be dead. Let him stay dead. Fuck that. Fuck him.
Time flies like an arrow.
Uh-uh.
Like a banana.
Big Mamatic economy. Ash Age Monster Arts Godzilla. MP41 Optimus Prime Masterpiece.
Like, Bondrewd makes the US look very tame in terms of human rights offenses. I should just be able to win since I have 9 Frost. Theoretically, I should just win. Like, I can get 9 Frost.
Was there only 12 episodes of Madoka Magica?
I don't know.
This will do.
Amada should. Yeah. No, Miku has like the most figures out of literally anything ever. Like, there are a million Miku statues, and all of them are different outfits, different. Bitch. If you can think of a holiday or a time of year where there is a unique piece of clothing, she has all of them. She
Wow,
has.
so she's a lot like
She's like a mascot. Like, she is very like people.
she's a lot like
like Mickey
that-
Mouse. She's like Mickey Mouse.
No.
She's like
you
Japan's
like
Mickey
them.
Mouse.
The characters you like. What do they call them?
What?
You'll know it. The characters. They're
Sanrio?
yeah.
No, she's
Yeah.
on a different level than Sanrio.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Sanrio, where it's more of a brand character that's on like shit than actually from something.
I think there's like Vocaloid animes and stuff, so I don't. It's not like she like is just immediate or whatever.
Well, then never mind. My understanding remains untapped, I suppose.
Yeah, probably. What's funny, Tony?
Comments aren't
Who
welcome.
wants a piece of this?
What?
What's funny, Tony?
Oh,
What's up, Chuck?
Oh, nothing. Nigga, did you just call me Chuck?
Yep. What's up, Chuck?
You fucking jigaboo.
Okay, monkey.
Moon cricket.
Fucking nigger.
You know what you can call a broken beer bottle? Never mind. Tony, you gotta watch that movie Clerks. Or maybe it's Clerks 2. One of them talks an awful lot about porch monkeys. I don't remember which one.
I know a lot about those.
I know, but I'm always looking to
Consider,
expand my
considering my dad was one.
What do you mean? Wait, did you
Damn,
say
at least
is
you
or
met your dad,
was?
Sang.
Huh?
Did you say is or was?
Said was.
I think you mean is.
No, he's not anymore.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
Eve, what are you saying?
I'm God, like, say it with your chest. Fuck, nigga.
Tony, what's it like having met your father? Tell the class. Share. Was he present in your life, Tony?
Yes, but me and him never had a relationship until like when I grew up.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, I don't feel that, but I understand it.
And don't get me wrong, he was there, but like, I like mostly went to my mom for everything.
He putting black fathers to shame.
Shit, and some of the white ones too. Fuck.
Real.
Time
Out
flies
here
like
being
an arrow.
Irish for no
Fruit
fucking
flies
reason,
like
I
a
guess. Thought they actually gave a shit. Yeah, having the dad around is a pretty important part of being white. I feel like I missed out on. That makes me feel bad.
Now we're cooking.
Why am I sharing these personal topics? You know what?
Yeah, talking about personal things with your friends, that's fucking like so
I
weird.
am retarded.
Yeah,
What?
right? Like why would you share like personal information with your friends? Like
It's all an elaborate ruse to get information on you to flip it all on you one day. What day will that be? Fucking never.
Keep still.
I'm redirecting all my prayers to damn the new Destiny mobile game to hell.
there's a Destiny
Back to
mobile
where it came
game.
from.
Destiny mobile game.
Yeah, that shit
Says
going bomb.
Bungie is working on a Destiny mobile game. That's what it says.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go downvote it just to hate.
why do you think they cut production of literally everything else? They're just trying to sell microtransactions. Mobile game players are very much easier to impress because the bar is in literally hell. So
Hey, Jetpack Joyride's pretty fucking lit.
yeah, but mobile games are easy to develop and are very simple. They require very little overhead and development time for how much money they can make.
Yeah, that's why Blizzard fucking were like, let's slap Diablo on it. There you go.
I've seen your death. It was painful.
I ain't got shit to play.
My insurance still hasn't called me. They said they were gonna call me like 4 days ago, bitch. I'm starting to get pissy because they keep fucking airing me and I'm over it. And they're making it sound like it's my fault that they haven't been able to reach out to me because they call like a week after they say they're gonna call and I don't fucking pick up because like what the fuck? Like bitch, fuck you.
Damn. What do I play, guys?
Play with V's pussy.
Play with my pussy.
Yeah. What is wrong with you niggas? Oh my god. I like how Eve gifted me Remnant too, and we ain't even do shit.
You haven't asked to play a singular time.
What?
You've literally never asked me to play it.
That's supposed to be a you thing. You gifted it.
You mean how I ask you to play anything new, and you never ask me to do anything new? Yeah.
Or the one time that you did ask to do something, we did do it. Fortnite.
Actually, I prefer Fortnite.
What?
Shit. Fuck you, Tony.
I didn't say that.
Victory awaits.
That's cap.
Let's-
But okay.
Let's
Okay.
hop on Warframe, Stank. The water's nice and warm. Because I peed in it. There's Borderlands. Borderlands goes hard.
Yeah, Tony loves Borderlands.
I know Tony hates Borderlands.
Yeah, Tony loves it.
It's not
I
that I hate it.
You fucking hate it. If
I
you
just don't. I
hate
just don't
it-
want to play it.
Alright, well, that's...
Well, I basically get a free first place this game. So, I'm chilling.
Do you have Pal World, Tony?
Ah!
Yeah, no.
Damn.
You don't want to play Diet Pokemon?
It's not Diet Pokemon, it's Pokemon with guns. And you can do other shit too. You can make them slaves and shit. It's dope.
Too easy.
I only entertain that game because John likes it.
What game?
Pal World.
Huh.
What in the
Interesting.
fuck is this dog?
Interesting.
What's interesting?
That. Interesting.
What is?
That. Interesting.
Why is it interesting?
It's just interesting.
Why is it interesting?
It's just interesting.
I don't understand. You concern me, woman.
Okay.
Why?
It's just interesting.
What
Like,
makes it interesting?
It just is!
Yeah, but how is it? Yeah, well, what
Shut
about
the
it?
fuck up!
Don't tell me to shut. That's very rude. Tony, you can play Magic with me.
There.
What is that?
Fine.
Card
Magic the
game.
Gathering. It's free on Steam. You got to do some challenges and you'll get a deck of every color, I'm pretty sure. And they're not bad. They're really fun.
There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Online card game that I remember a couple friends playing. I didn't
I
play.
used to play that with a buddy of mine. I don't know if it's the one you're talking about specifically, but there was a Yu-Gi-Oh one I used to play with a buddy. One of the couple streamers I used to know.
Yeah.
He was like tiny though. He didn't get like no crazy
Who you
viewers, but
calling little?
it was
Yeah.
dope. He produces the
I can't
podcast I
wait.
really like, the one that I always talk about. He's probably on his way out though. He sucks. I'm gonna keep it real.
Magic coming
What?
at you.
I love the guy, but he sucks at producing.
Uh,
I haven't talked to him in like 2 years, so
what
I,
the
you know, who cares?
fuck?
I remember he didn't know I was, or like him and the friend group that like we had there was a Discord server that I was in.
It sounds
didn't
like
know
you
I
were like
was-
third wheeling like very hard and like
What do you mean third wheel?
don't worry about it.
Were you talking to someone else?
No.
Why would I be third wheeling?
It just sounds like fan behavior. Like he actually didn't fuck with you that much, but like
I mean, I didn't like watch this guy as a streamer or anything. Like he wasn't. I didn't treat this guy like a celebrity. He was just like, he was like we just kind of we didn't hang out like a lot. It was only like every once in a while, and it was just like we would play Mario Party and shit with like our group of friends. It was a friend group. I don't know. It didn't feel like third wheel because like there was a lot of people that we would all play together around that time. So it wasn't really like centered on me. Everybody would make fun of me though because I was the only one who was under 18. But no, it didn't feel third wheelie at the time. I don't know. Maybe it was. But they'd be like, "Well, why can't like where do you got to go at 7 in the morning?" I was like, work. I can't get a monster on the way, unfortunately. And they're like, well, why can't you just stop at a gas station? I'm like, well, turns out I'm actually sophomore in high school. But at that point, I'd been around so long they couldn't get rid of
In
me.
your
So.
memory.
I'm still in that Discord. It's not really active anymore. He's got his own podcast that he still makes episodes of. And I see him stream every once in a while, but I haven't really talked to those guys since 2020, so or like the quarantine years.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one I played. I thought it was ass, personally, but
As magic.
I don't know.
I say fuck it when I feel it.
Why so smart not run so shit on your computer?
I don't know.
Tony, can you
I think it's just
Sorry.
any high-end hardware, probably, if I had to guess.
Tony, download Magic.
Staring at me, started staring in the mirror. Everybody wants me to play nice.
I want to play Portal Co-op.
It's not that long.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna change cause you say so.
Portal's one of my favorite series. There's so many good mods out now.
No one's keeping tally. I do what I want, who I like. I ain't gonna conceal it. When you're just talking all that shit, I'll be getting mine. Yeah, I say fuck it when I feel it. 'Cause no one's keeping tally. I do what I want, who I like. Conceal it. I just feel like the boys say I'm getting mine. I'm gonna play it cool, breaking rules, I'm breaking hearts in two. And play the full, it ain't that hard to choose. Pick apart the do's and don'ts and lose the wants. I'm getting mine, mine's is mine, this is mine, this is mine, get in line. Pick up a tiny, just like all of the fat boys do. That's my choice and there's no one I'm hurting. And that's my girl. But it tells me to play nice. 'Cause no one's keeping tally. I do what I want with who I like. I ain't gonna conceal it. You're talking all this shit. I'll
Stop
be
moving, please.
getting
You make a
yeah, I
great
say
still
fuck it
life.
when I feel it. 'Cause no one's keeping tally. I do what I want with who I like. I ain't gonna conceal it. I see it like a boss. Say I'm getting mine. Sleeping line.
Strength is the only teacher.
I lend my aid.
Why can I not find a fucking... I'm getting so racist. Oh my god, I'm getting so fucking racist.
I'm staying the same.
That's amazing for you.
Not bad.
Yeah, it is your bad. Slur me, faggot.
Fuck.
Jason, you know I will stop trying. Tranny. By the borderline.
Finally, some fun!
Brady said anything else or?
He keeps trying to add me back and shit and just being stupid. You know that like animated gag where it's like, this is blank, and they're like, no, it's not. And then they go through all the steps, and they're like, the other person's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they're like, so it's that.
It's not
And they're
my
like,
wallet.
No. Yeah, like that.
That's what it is. It's not
That's
my
what Brady.
wallet.
That's what Brady is doing.
This is your ID and your driver's license.
Yep. That's Brady's
This
doing the
fell
same
out
shit.
of your pocket. Yes.
Brady's doing the
yes.
same shit. Yep. That's
So this is
actually
your
perfectly how
wallet.
to describe it.
It's not my wallet.
I get it.
SpongeBob goes hard. Patrick, he the goat. Honestly, like SpongeBob can fuck off. Patrick, my guy.
Yeah.
With that one big tooth, I want to see what that tooth do.
Mm-hmm. Can I get a fucking Diana? Like, oh my fucking god, can I get a Diana? Is someone taking all my fucking Dianas? No. Literally no one's taking it.
When will it be December 6th?
Bitch, where is it?
Fuck.
What's on December 6th?
Marvel Rivals drops.
Damn.
You're weird.
Bro, how the fuck am I weird?
You're just freaky with it.
Man, you're just outright
I
fucking now.
hop on Overwatch right now.
Nah.
Nah, come on.
Deadlock
Come on,
looks
I'll
like a
hop
more
on too.
promising game, but I don't know.
I'm
if that would be
on.
okay.
I'll hop on too.
I don't want to play Overwatch.
Bro, man. You don't want to play anything, bro.
Bitch,
God.
what do you want to play? Like, how about that? Fuck
Hey.
ass.
What do I want to play?
Yeah, pussy.
Apex, nigga.
Exactly.
Fucking magic.
Fuck you mean exactly? What's that supposed to
Exactly.
be?
You always want to play Apex.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, my bad for trying to get better at a game. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, kill yourselves.
Sorry, Tony. If it makes you feel better, the exact same argument could be used against Eve with Tekken. So.
You know what? You right. Fuck you, Eve.
Oh, yeah. Seems like everyone's on their fuck me shit. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that.
I'm trying to fuck you. I mean, shit. I mean, no, that is what I mean.
Dog.
Smooth as hell, I know, right?
Put a fucking pity mechanic in TFT, bitch.
Finally, some fun!
Damn, remember how we said we'd play from yesterday when you
We can
ditched
play
me?
today,
Remember?
bro. Fuck.
When you ditched me? Yeah.
What about Gmod? Gang?
Mm.
Tony?
Oh no.
Do you guys think it would be fun?
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna position this just a touch differently for both of you guys. Maybe this will make it just a teensy weensy bit easier for you too. So we've got two options here. One is yes, Aaron, I would like to play Gmod. The other is no, Aaron, I would not like to play
Gmod
Gmod.
isn't fun
Tony,
without, like...
you can go first.
Chop, chop.
Ah! Or you go first. What were we gonna say?
Gmod isn't fun without friends. Like, people on the game are, like, really fucking annoying. If you play Trouble in Terrorist Town, you're just gonna get random killed a bunch. Prop
How many
Hunt,
people do
it's
you
like...
need?
Huh?
How many people do you need?
Well, it depends on the game mode. Like, Trouble in Terrorist Town is, like, at least 6 people. Prop Hunt is, like, any amount of people, but, like, it's gonna be better with more people. Like, Prop Hunt's fun, but, like, a lot of people are, like, really bad at it, so, like, everyone dies within,
Okay,
like,
well, I've got two people who have Gmod. Colin and his brother. How do we feel? Alright, it's dead in the water, I know. I'll move on. Damn, I want to play Gmod. Gmod looks fun. Hey, there's always zombies. Or, like, just custom games. We could do gun game.
I've played gun games so fucking much. That game mode is so fucking boring now.
Yeah, but you've never played it with the gun game king.
bro.
Gotta
How
go
about we just play
myself.
fucking Apex? I don't know, like...
Actually, give these a taste.
A little
No,
bit more
you don't-
delicious
you don't
taste
wanna
test this
play
time
that.
around, at least for me.
What? I didn't even say
Only
that.
during
Like,
the cooking
what?
process and kind of assembling these.
A similar thickness
I'm just gonna play a fucking Tekken then.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing, like...
in the fried chicken sandwich. The texture difference.
Bro,
was
come
kind of
on. I
minimized
was
here.
just joking. Fuck.
No, the fuck
Yeah,
you
I mean,
weren't,
number
bitch.
2 is super soggy. It's
How the hell
very
you gonna
wet,
tell me?
And I think
You
that
always
crust
say
is
that.
peeling
Like,
back.
where's the joke?
I think 1 and 3 are the same here. 2 is different.
It's under the
I
sauce.
think these are the organic ones. As far as like biting through them, it's not as different as I would have expected based on the first test. But let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got Heirloom is number 3. Oh, this was the
Fortnite
these were both
Festival
like
is
the
dog
mega breast. Yeah, this one, like the bun disintegrated on this half, like when I open it up. Maybe it's just because like it expelled juices.
Come on, bro. Hop on.
And
Fuck.
then, yeah, you can see
What are we
like
playing?
this coating just kind of falls and flakes apart.
Pigs.
And for me, I think it's because there's more free water in this that the coating doesn't stick as well. But you can really see that this coating really, it comes apart pretty easily and it kind of flakes off in places. And I think another big thing that you guys will be able to see is the bigger breasts shrunk more while it was cooking, which creates that bigger separation when you actually go ahead and eat it, compared to the organic breast, which I'm guessing the protein-bound water stays bound better, so it doesn't shrink as much as kind of that big bulky breast. The organic, smaller chicken breast definitely bites cleaner on the way through, but honestly, it's not as big as a difference as I would have thought it was going to be based on that first test.
So after mixing up the sandwiches in my triangle test, this is my final observation, and that is 3.
Are
The
you getting
taste and
this?
aroma of the fried chicken is the same. They both taste great. What really threw me off here was
this
the
me
super
thing?
soggy bun that I had in the middle. And since the bun wasn't as soggy
Oh,
in
man,
sandwich
what?
number 1 and 3,
You're
I
in?
assume
Okay,
those
that's
must
me.
be
I'm
the
joking.
same.
I'm joking.
Oh,
This is
you're also
definitely
getting
a
the same
very
message?
interesting test. In the
Yeah.
context
So
of
Apex is down. Okay, time to play Tekken. Because I know you don't want to play Destiny, and I don't know. We could play Valiant or League! Okay, time for Tekken.
Hold on.
Nope.
I'm thinking. Fuck.
What about
Bitch,
Terraria?
you ain't
Tony?
gonna say yes.
of a full sandwich, I wasn't able to
Oh, you don't
tell
know
the
me.
difference that I thought. I thought 1 and 3 were the same.
Okay.
When
You
2
don't
and 3 were the
know
same.
me.
But 2 was
Let me get to know you,
noticeably
damn
more
it.
soggy, and that crust definitely kind of falls off. I think due to that free water. And then if I'm just going back and biting through to this, the organic, smaller, tighter chicken fibers definitely bites
Smaller
much
and
cleaner
tighter.
through.
Ooh.
But this is really for a fried chicken sandwich. The results could be different depending on what you were cooking.
Why don't we hop into a game of zombies while we decide?
I need to recover from throwing back basically 2 full fried chicken
No.
sandwiches. But let's answer this final question. Should you buy expensive chicken breast at the store?
So, does expensive chicken breast make better fried chicken? And I would say that yes, it does. And it really goes back to that.
I want to
first
do an Easter
observation
egg. I
where
don't
it's
like
having
doing
the
zombies
crust adhere to
otherwise. You
chicken
guys don't want to do
We
that.
can do an
big
Easter
part
egg.
of what
Oh,
makes
fucking
fried
God!
chicken so
See,
enjoyable.
Tony
We can do
starts
Easter egg.
bitching.
These
Shut
as
up.
chicken
We can
tenders,
do
for
an
example,
Easter egg.
You'd be bummed if there was a massive gap between the meat and breading.
Easter egg this and Easter egg
So
that.
let's
How about
revisit
you?
the
Go
questions
suck a
from the
fat
start
cock.
of the video.
Listen here,
One,
Tony.
am I
I'm
paying
shoving
for
Easter
better
You
eggs
and
up
everyone
my
else
fucking
Two,
does
pussy.
am I
that
paying
for
for
me.
better
It's like
texture?
actually
Or
all
three,
anyone
am I
ever
paying
wants.
for how it's raised and processed?
What?
So for
What?
chicken breast specifically,
you say?
I would say you are
I didn't hear
not
you, man.
paying
What?
for better
I said most
taste and
people
aroma.
want
Remember,
that. They don't
skinless
want me
chicken
for
breast
anything
is
else, really.
bland itself, so you're really comparing bland
Okay, bro.
versus
What's
bland.
wrong with you?
Secondly, am I
What?
paying for better texture?
Okay.
For
That's-
this, I would
that's
definitely
cap.
say it's a
That's so
yes.
cap.
That's
The
really
pasture-raised
not-
chicken has smaller
it's
and tighter packed
no.
muscle fibers that make a firm and tender bite.
I
that's
can name
great to
one
bite
person
into,
that.
whereas the larger breast
You
can
don't
feel
know my
loose
past?
and fibrous depending on its application. Additionally,
It was
some
Aaron.
of what you're paying
Fuck
for
you.
I
in the
didn't say
water-chilled
everyone
breast
said most.
is just extra water that was absorbed in that chilling process. But that's
Damn, they
more
just eat
water
that
that's going to be
shit.
released during cooking, which, as we saw when frying, is not really optimal. And because of this, excess water, even in a grilled piece of chicken,
Made my point.
probably would
Anyway.
not brown as well. And then 3, am I paying for how it's raised and processed? Yes, there's no doubt. Whether the chicken is raised for longer, with more feed, or having more outdoor space, these are going to add cost to the supply chain and passed on to us. That being said, can you make really good fried chicken or other chicken dishes with a water-chilled or non-organic chicken? I definitely think you could. I mean, it's still fried, it's salted, the spices are really
feel a
nice,
little bit like
and it
crying,
may
man.
not be optimal in some cases. I had no problem downing both sandwiches.
Nigga.
Ultimately, it's going to be up to you to
sad.
decide what makes the most sense to purchase for you and your household. Ultimately, some may call it an omnivore's
sorry.
dilemma. But anyway, that will wrap it up for me in this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I will catch you all in the next.
Eve, I'm sorry that most people use you for your body.
It's okay. What the what happened to thinking about what we're doing, bro?
No, come here real quick.
Bruh, I'm getting on. I'm getting on fucking Tekken.
No.
You bitches are fucking. I'm losing life.
What? I'm trying to be a really good.
I'm dying of
Bastards,
old
welcome
age.
back to Philip
Please.
Frankel's Show's Daily Dive
Nigga,
into
you
the
ain't
news.
even
We've got
20.
A lot to talk
You ain't
about
even
today.
20 fucking
Small,
forward.
big,
Shut up.
weird, scary. We got everything. So you just
Wait, you're
go
not
ahead and hit
25?
that like button to train YouTube to let it know that you like these big daily
I thought you
dives
turned
into the news.
25.
And let's jump into it.
I don't know. Did I?
I don't know. You don't tell me shit.
Is YouTube live streaming dead? That's a question some of the biggest
Well, Tony
creators in
was
the world
born
are
in
debating right now,
2000,
as streamers
so-
are either
Yes,
shifting
I'm
back
No,
to
wait, no,
YouTube
he was born
or
in
not.
99.
Yes, I'm
With us, for example,
25.
the weekend
hon.
seeing
Yeah.
the
Why
likes
did you
of
say
Tim,
24?
Batman, Dr. Lupo, and more
Like-
starting to stream on Twitch.
I was
after
just
their
making a
exclusivity
fucking
deals
point.
with YouTube ended. With also some of the reporting around this issue believing that YouTube's the one that's opting not to renew contracts.
feel
So they
older
believe
than
that the
both of
strategy is
y'all.
focusing
Y'all
less
have
and
no
less on the
idea what it's
contract.
like
So really, whatever
to
the behind the
be-
scenes
to be-
situation
to
is,
be
the main thing is that
a
it's
person of
allowed these
my
creators to now
age
multi-stream to
and a
both Twitch
person
and
of
YouTube or
my-
really
of my
anywhere else they want.
degradation.
at the
Dragon,
same
you are
time. What we've
actually
seen is that
fucking
Twitch has actually
dog.
pulled generally better numbers. With
I
some
need to
reports noting
figure
that
out how
Tim
to
saw closer to
multi-stream.
even split, slightly favored
Wow.
Twitch, right? It's like a 60-40
You get a
ratio. With
lot
Dr.
better
Lupo, it
growth.
was way more
Everyone
dramatic, with his Twitch viewers
multi-streams.
outnumbering ones on YouTube by 3-1 or even 4-1. And so, of course, with that, now you have tons of creators talking about this trend, about
What do you
why
think,
people
you
are making the
know,
move from YouTube back to Twitch,
Kick,
and what this
YouTube?
means for each platform. With some creators
just
like Moist Critical
YouTube
saying
and
one major
maybe,
factor
like,
is just money.
what's
The earning
the-
potential on YouTube streams
Most people
is
just multi-stream on
substantially lower
TikTok,
than it-
YouTube, and Twitch. TikTok's huge. Don't sleep on TikTok. But you have to have an account that has like 10,000 followers, I think, to stream on TikTok. So it's like a
nigga,
very
nigga,
big hurdle.
GG. Oh my god.
I think it's.
It's not hard to get followers on TikTok though if you like post a lot.
Yeah, but
I don't post a lot.
it is on Twitch.
yeah,
Twitch
yeah,
is a
that's what I was
platform
about to
with
say.
culture.
I could just start shit
Chat
posting
experience
on-
on Twitch has always and will always
Yeah.
be better than YouTube. Twitch just has a culture of subbing. Tim the Tap Man
Yeah,
can
YouTube's
make in
Twitch,
one day
or
what it took
YouTube's
3
fucking
years
chat
for him to
shit
make on YouTube. At least when
is
it
so
comes to
dog
like
shit.
membership numbers versus sub numbers.
And there, we actually saw Rod Breslau talk about the culture experience, noting that YouTube will never be able to replicate Twitch's community, so Twitch will always win there. You also had other
YouTube
creators
sucks
pointing to
at
the
their live
pros and
streaming
cons,
aspect.
the
Like,
likes
I
of
don't ever
Pokemon,
see
right?
live
Streaming on
streaming.
YouTube is fun, but
There's not
you
like a
can miss out
dedicated
on the
live
traffic
stream
from
section for YouTube where there is for Twitch. It's just like, oh, you'll
Yeah.
just happen to see it. And like half the time you have to go to someone's channel just to see that they're live. Otherwise, it won't even like tell you. Like, it's like really bad. Like,
directories slash
YouTube is only good for people who have a very established audience and only if they're getting a contract. Otherwise,
it takes more effort to
bro,
interact with
Kick
other
is so
streamers. Other
fucking
creators like
bad.
Valkyrie
Oh
saying
my
they
God.
both have their moments, and it would be nice
no,
to
I
just
have a
squish them
ton of
together into
clips.
one.
I'm
Which is
just
also
really
probably
picky
one of
with
the
what
reasons
goes
that
on
multi-streaming's
TikTok.
been
Like, I
taking
don't
off,
feel
but
like.
also when it comes to multi-streaming, some people seem to be more
Only
split.
the
Creators
best for
like Ludwig,
TikTok.
for
Like,
example,
if it's a
saying
clip
it's
that I
not
think is
all it's
funny,
cracked up
I'm
to
not
be.
gonna
I think when
post
you
it.
fracture
Probably.
your audience, you
I
also
was posting on
fracture your
YouTube. I
people.
was
No,
doing
but I
that.
find multi-streamers to also be
But
bad at
I don't have,
multi-streaming.
like-
They usually care about one
I
channel
was
or
doing
the
that for
other.
like
You're bigger than
Overwatch.
an
I don't have
Kai Cenat.
like
If you
beyond
have
like 30-second clips
50,000
that are
viewers
funny to
on
me, so it'd
YouTube
be
and
like a
50,000
montage. It
viewers
wouldn't be
on
like a.
Twitch. You become the next Kai Cenat if you have like 90,000 on just one platform and you're the biggest person on that platform.
Or with the argument being that it is better to kind of climb to the
This
top of
fucking
one mountain so you can get
dumbass.
promoted a ton there and become the star of that place. So we did say that if you're new, you should try to grow your numbers and you should be using both platforms.
Don't marry yourself to a platform. You don't know where your audience is going to come from. I think it can be pretty good for creators who
The
just want
fucking
maybe as
pizza
many eyeballs
predator
on them as
strikes.
possible if they're
Wow.
trying to spread
That's
a
something.
message or raise money for charity or doing events.
So there, you also had the likes of Moist Critical kind of pushing back on that narrative, saying that he finds multi-streaming to be kind of the best of both worlds, especially for viewers.
I think it's better for viewers because you give them the option to watch you on their favorite platform. And I think it's good for the streamer too because you're reaching 2 separate audiences at the same time. The YouTube audience and the Twitch audience, yes, there's definitely going to be overlap, but
Multi-streaming
it's not
wasn't
like
even
it's the
fucking
same
allowed on
audience.
Twitch for the longest time, which is like the biggest fucking deal. That's like why a lot of people went to YouTube is because they wanted to stream on TikTok, and Twitch would not let them, and it was just like kill yourself. Like, you are not going to control my brand growth to this extent when you're taking half my money. Like, no.
On both platforms that's been fractured.
seen that
It's
clip
2
of the
separate
dude
ones.
So as
being
far as like where all of
blah,
this
blah,
actually
blah,
leads
blah, I'll give
YouTube
you
streaming,
this
right? You had
much
some
money.
wondering if
I'll
YouTube's
take
totally
this
lost the
percentage
war.
of
Even
your
Ludwig
money to
asked
the
it.
Is YouTube
CEO
live
of
streaming a
Twitch,
wash?
and the
Has it
CEO of
been
Twitch
a
was like, "That's a pretty
failure of an
bad
attempt
deal."
by YouTube
And
to
he was like,
compete
"Well,
against
that's exactly
Twitch?
what you're
And
doing
there
to
was all
everybody
both
who
he
fucking
and
streams
Moise
on
saying that
Twitch."
you could argue that maybe that's true in the
Twitch
US,
isn't even
where the Twitch is
profitable.
still king here, but you have to look at the international market because international markets actually
That's why
favor
they've
YouTube
laid
streaming.
off,
You know, with
like,
all that said,
3
you
years
know,
in a
while my
row, and
experience has
Amazon
kind
is
of
still
been
trying to
all
make
over
Twitch
the place, or for
profitable.
those who have watched me for a while about a
Same with
decade ago, I
YouTube.
used to
YouTube's
do
barely
an after
profitable.
show over on
It's
Twitch.
more about like a brand recognition thing and like getting people to like be familiar with all of Google's other brands than more so about like money making on YouTube.
Which really was just me playing video games and
all
destroying
about Kim
controllers while I
Kardashian.
sucked at FIFA.
It's all about
We're doing
integration. It's
knife-only
the same with
streams
Twitch,
on
like
Call of
Amazon
Duty. And then more
integration,
recently, you know, I've tested
Hold on, because I think Twitch is a public company. So they have to, yeah, Twitch is, okay. So, wait, does this show, is this just revenue?
I can't believe you haven't watched American Horror Story.
So, okay. I always hate that they do this. Okay, so Twitch had $3 billion in 2023 for revenue, but holy shit, the amount of people streaming on Twitch is fucking
Shut the fuck up, Tony.
Oh god.
Twitch on average has 7 million accounts streaming in any given month.
Oh.
Can it just show me the... Bro, I don't care about any of this. Please just get... You know, I'm gonna go to a different fucking... this is
Tony,
for
did you download
Twitch.
Magic?
Oh.
Fuck you.
Brave.
Playing Magic by myself.
I don't think Twitch is a public company.
Fuck you, Wizards of the Coast.
I played the game on PlayStation and did not enjoy it.
What game? PlayStation.
It was either that or a different fucking card game.
Oh.
The main cost is that they have to pay for bandwidth, which is kind of funny if you ever think about it, because like you have to pay to access the internet, like right, like everyone who has internet pays, but then telecom companies also get money when they have to sell usage. So if you're a website like Netflix and people are going to you and like using their internet to access your website, Netflix has to pay the internet company to use their like internet lines, which is why Twitch isn't profitable. Is because the cost and the amount of data that Twitch has to send and pay for internet too much. That's also why Twitch pulled out of South Korea, is because it's infinitely higher to pay in South Korea for bandwidth. It's kind of crazy. Telecom companies are the real winners. Like they get in on all fronts. Like they could make internet free, still make money. So what are we doing? Like I've been waiting.
Just chatting, streaming
Aaron's
in the
playing
morning
Magic.
with a little bit of multi-streaming.
okay.
But really, I think multi-streaming makes the most sense. Right? So generally, I'm of a mindset of there's no single
Aaron
one
is very
answer
much
for
up to
everyone.
play
As far
other
as what is the
things,
best
too.
strategy if you are the creator that
I
is
trust
streaming.
you
If you do
guys.
want
How
to
about
deeper
you
dive
guys
on
go
this, I
through my
think
clips or
Ludwig's
something?
video
You
is
can see on
probably
my
the
clips
most
and
well
tell me what you
done
think I
on
should
this specific
post, 'cause
topic.
I
Link to
put
it down
a
below.
lot,
With all that
like-
said on this, I want to ask
I have
you
a
as a consumer,
ton
what are
of clips.
your
I just
thoughts on the
don't
state of
like
streaming
go
right
through.
now? Do you have platform preferences? Do you like multi-streaming because it allows you to stay in your main place of choice? Or when someone is multi-streaming, does it feel like the general experience is less than? Yeah, I just love to know your thoughts there. And then, so we should talk about how a child just confessed to killing 2 adults. Because over the weekend, 82-year-old Joe Cornelius Sr. and his daughter, 31-year-old Keisha Miles, were found dead in Joe's home in Minden, Louisiana. And according to the neighbors, a fight had broken out between Joe and an unnamed 11-year-old relative. And I say 11 years old because while police initially said the boy was 10, they very recently corrected his age to 11 after many articles had already been published. With the neighbors saying the two were arguing about credit card charges for video games, and then one neighbor heard gunshots. And when Joe and Keisha's bodies were found Sunday morning, they had multiple gunshot wounds, with police determining that 2 handguns were used and the magazines on each were empty. There was also reportedly a 6-year-old who was in the house at the time of the shooting but wasn't hurt. And as a part of the investigation, the 11-year-old was brought in by his grandmother, who is his guardian. And the police there explaining that the boy's grandmother is also Keisha Miles' mother. And what we saw is that by noon on Sunday, less than 6 hours after the bodies were found, the boy confessed to shooting Joe and Keisha, with the local police chief confirming that the boy had confessed and saying in a statement, "We got a confession." But in these cases, when you're in, it's very delicate. When you're dealing with a child of this age, in their stage, we're looking at, was their motive? What was the motive? And adding there that while the kid was scared, he also appeared to have, quote, mindset to commit a crime like this and has not shown any remorse. And later saying, what I would say would be remorseful, sadness, sorrowful, apology, crying, none of those things happen. So for now, we know that the boy is being held on 2 counts of first-degree murder.
A 10-year-old killed his mother and his grandmother over like him spending their money on like game stuff, like taking their debit card, buying Robux type shit. Like they got in a dispute and he shot them. He got their gun and emptied the clip of 2 guns into both of them.
Dog, what?
A 10-year-old.
10-year-old?
11 years old.
Wow.
Emptied the clip of 2 guns.
That nigga a real shooter. Okay.
You need to stop.
My fault.
What he is going to be in prison for life. Like,
so the big question of how the boy even got a hold of the guns, that's been left unanswered.
It doesn't matter that he's juvenile. There's no way. And he hasn't been expressing remorse. There's no way
they're focused on the loss.
Oh, there is no
reportedly
way.
Joe was well respected in town and even considered a pillar of the community, with him even formerly working.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm just gonna play fucking Tekken. I'm so fucking nervous.
Nah.
Well, you can decide while I'm playing fucking Tekken.
Fine. How about we all play Tekken? Fuck.
I don't want to play. That wasn't even an option. Like what? I said, do you want to play Val, League, or fucking Destiny? And he said, I'm deciding.
even briefly serving as interim mayor. So with all that, we saw the current mayor
He
saying
is
in a
an
statement,
Apex.
Joe Cornelius's
Oh.
years of service to Minden were marked by his commitment and
Everybody else
dedication to the
playing
betterment
this
of our
shit.
community. And adding, on a personal note, I am grateful for his friendship and the many ways he supported me and others in our city. During this incredibly difficult time, I ask that we all keep Joe's family in our thoughts and prayers. May they find comfort and strength in the midst of this tragedy. And then, y'all,
That's why you
2/3
shouldn't
of
keep
baby
open
and
guns
toddler
in your
food
fucking
sold in
house,
American
'cause
grocery
kids have
stores
fucking
is
tempers,
That's
and
what
they
was
are
just
fucking
found in a
stupid.
shocking new study by the George Institute for Global
I would
Health, which is a
not
medical
trust taking
research
around my
center in
fucking
Australia.
child.
Right? And specifically, you had researchers looking at 651 commercial infant food products purchased by the top 10 biggest U.S. grocery chains to see if they met nutritional and promotional guidelines set by the World Health Organization Regional Office for Europe. And in addition to finding that 60% of all products fail to meet those standards, they also discovered that compliance was generally low across nearly all nutrients. The most
That's the
serious
knockout.
compliance issues were around guidelines for protein and sugar, with more than 70% of food products not meeting protein requirements, while 44 surpassed total sugar recommendations. And this is a study also revealed that 1 in 4 of these products
Apex
failed to
is
meet
up.
calorie requirements, and 1 in 5
Fuck ass.
exceeded recommended sodium levels. Beyond that, the study also
I don't think it
found
was
that some of the
Apex. I think Steam was down because all my Steam friends went online at the same time, which is why I got it back on Apex.
Why you call me a fucking what I do?
Because
unhealthiest
it's
foods are the
okay,
ones that have
you wanna
become
play Apex.
increasingly popular in recent years, right? Like baby food pouches, which are the fastest growing product in the industry, and they've absolutely dominated the market, with them seeing 900% market growth in the last decade and coming to represent nearly half of all products available for purchase last year. But in addition to just being generally unhealthy, the researchers also found that almost all of these products are using misleading marketing tactics to make their foods seem healthier than they actually are. In fact, nearly 100% of products had at least one claim on their packaging that's banned under World Health Organization guidelines. And on average, each product displayed around 5 prohibited misleading claims, though some had as many as 11. Right? And manufacturers will use terms like healthy, convenient, and appropriate for child development to distract from the fact that their products actually have a bad nutritional profile. In fact, research shows that health and nutrition content claims are commonly used on products that contain nutrients of concern, such as sugars. And similarly, some manufacturers further mislead customers by highlighting positive aspects of the product, like that it's gluten-free or organic, in order to downplay or omit the mention of unhealthy nutrients. And all of that, it makes it incredibly difficult for parents and caregivers to determine what actually is healthy for their young kids. And on this, you had Dr. Elizabeth Dunford, one of the study's authors, explaining, time-poor parents are increasingly choosing convenience foods, unaware that many of these products lack key nutrients needed for their child's development and tricked into believing they are healthier than they really are. And that is incredibly significant because the foods that kids eat and they're exposed to in early childhood play a huge role in forming the food choices and dietary patterns that they'll have for the rest of their lives. So when the majority of baby and toddler food in the US is secretly packed with sugars, saturated fats, and preservatives, people form a preference for unhealthy, ultra-processed foods early on. And the impact that can have on childhood, and I mean in lifelong health, it's absolutely huge. With numerous studies showing that children who eat ultra-processed foods are at a much higher risk of obesity and other diet-related illnesses. In fact, chronic diseases that used to be associated with adults like fatty liver are increasingly now being found in children, something that we're seeing studies largely attribute to the consumption of highly processed foods.
Oh my
And the rise of
fucking-
ultra-processed foods in the 1980s that changed dietary patterns has also coincided with a dramatic increase in
All right, let me
childhood
just finish
obesity.
this
But I mean,
game.
childhood obesity has more than tripled since the 1970s before the
Just wrap up
processed
this
food
Magic
boom,
game real
affecting
quick, and
1
then
in
I'll be
every
in.
5 children. And childhood obesity has also been linked to a whole host of other issues later in life, like diabetes,
even
heart
watch it
conditions, and some
streaming.
cancers. So setting up
I'm
kids to
good.
have healthy diets when they're young, it's absolutely imperative. But that can be
All
extremely hard when you have companies not only packing their products with unhealthy ingredients, but then using deceptive marketing tactics to tell parents, hey, these are actually healthy. Which is why the researchers behind this new study say that their findings should serve as a wake-up call for policymakers to increase regulations, both for the actual content of these products and for the misleading labeling on their packaging. And then you should know you are not alone, and a lot of people experiencing the same stressful feeling of being at the bottom of a mountain of debt. I mean, just to the point where you really can't see a way out. And look, unexpected expenses, they are inevitable, and they can easily grow into this mountain, which in turn grows your stress. It can just be so overwhelming, but there are options out there to help. And if you're finding yourself making payments on your debt, but you're feeling more like you aren't getting anywhere with it, no, 1, you're not alone, and 2, the sponsor of today's show, PDS Debt, they can help, right? Because PDS Debt strives to understand your specific scenario and can help provide alternative solutions to becoming debt-free. And everyone with over $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there's no minimum credit score required. Plus, when you go to pdsdebt.com/DeFranco, they'll give you a free debt analysis, and it only takes 30 seconds. So stop waiting and start saving. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/DeFranco, especially because nobody likes the stress of mounting debt and the pressure that comes with that. I mean, surviving is not living. So regain control of your life and live for you, not your debt. And then in international news, we got to talk about why people are protesting what they're calling a mass murder at death camps in Turkey. Because for well over a month now, thousands of Turkish protesters have been out in the streets demanding the repeal of what's been dubbed the Massacre Law, a measure first introduced by President Erdogan's ruling Justice and Development Party back in May, with the first draft of it proposing to collect stray dogs and then just kill any that weren't adopted within a month. But then, after massive public backlash, the party revised the bill to make it a tad less murdery. And so what we saw is that the new version, which was passed in late July, required municipalities to collect stray dogs in shelters, vaccinate, neuter, and spay them, and then put them up for adoption. And then, with this new version, only the ones that were in pain, terminally ill, or posed a health risk to humans would be killed. Now with that, a lot of people still weren't happy with that version either, but the government argued that it was the only real way to deal with Turkey's enormous population of stray dogs. Because current estimates put their number at around 4 million stray dogs, though it's hard to really know for sure. And you have many accusing these stray dogs of causing traffic accidents, spreading disease, and just pooping where they shouldn't. Not to mention, of course, attacking people, which can be incredibly scary if they have rabies. With a report from an anti-stray dog organization counting 65 people who have died in street dog attacks since 2022. But then, of course, you have those who oppose the law for a number of reasons. With them first arguing that it's impractical since Turkey's already cash-strapped municipalities don't have the money to carry out the policy. With the president of the Turkish Veterinary Medical Association telling the BBC that only about 1/3 of the provincial and district municipalities have shelters. And so they're worried that this law is going to either put dogs in overcrowded, unsanitary shelters or just kill them on the pretense that they're sick just to save money and make space. But also you have critics saying they're opposed to this law just in principle, arguing that the vast majority of stray dogs are harmless and they've become a beloved part of many communities for centuries, with residents and businesses traditionally leaving out food and water bowls on stoops and street corners for animals that they consider a fixture of their village, town, or city. But I mean, it's actually comical how well assimilated Turkish stray dogs are said to be, with the Washington Post, for example, noting that you'll find them patiently waiting to cross a green light, hitching ferry rides across the river, and marching alongside protesters. Even when these dogs don't technically have an owner, many have developed close relationships with specific people who see and feed them every day, which is why now the prospect of some government officials just snatching them up and whisking them away to possibly euthanize them has outraged quite a few Turks. And so with that, we've seen some mayors from the opposition party even vowing not to implement the new law, even under threat of incarceration. Though this also, as it's been speculated, that the government could use that as an opportunity to persecute its political opponents. And then this also, as others claim, that this is simply an attempt to distract from the country's other economic troubles and recover from its electoral losses in local elections in March. But really, however cynical the policy may be, nearly 80% of people agree that some measure needs to be taken to remove stray dogs from the streets. Though this also is less than 3% told the survey they believe those dogs should be euthanized, according to the BBC. And so all of that brings us to the question of, well, then what is the actual solution here? Because if you have 80% of people going, yeah, something needs to be done, but seemingly only 3% okay with dogs being euthanized, and that's a massive part of now the law that's in place, well, what do you do? Do you just leave the stray dogs alone? Do you just continue with this policy even though you know the resources aren't there, so even more dogs than really what's being advertised are going to be euthanized? And or is there something in the middle that could actually be a solution and not just like on paper? Because again, real world resources are a big part of this equation, and even in the proposed solution now, like it doesn't seem like they're there. But for now, we'll have to wait to see how this actually plays out. And then, so if you're not traveling or you're not in the industry, you may not realize this, but thousands of hotel workers are now on strike in the country, and it's really just the tip of the iceberg. Because on Sunday, we saw more than 10,000 hotel workers in 8 major cities walking off the job. We're talking Boston, San Francisco, San Diego, Seattle, and Honolulu, just to name a few. And this initial wave has focused mostly on Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt properties. And according to Unite Here, the union representing the workers, these strikes are the result of negotiations breaking down, with the workers calling for higher wages, fair staffing and workloads, and the reversal of COVID-era cuts, with the union saying in their statement, many hotels took advantage of the COVID-19 pandemic to cut staffing and guest services that were never restored, causing workers to lose jobs and income, and creating painful working conditions for those who carry the increased workload. And the union's president, Gwen Mills, adding in her own statement, "We're on strike because the hotel industry has gotten off track. During COVID, everyone suffered, but now the hotel industry is making record profits while workers and guests are left behind." And saying too many hotels still haven't restored standard services that guests deserve. Workers aren't making enough to support their families. Many can no longer afford to live in the cities that they welcome guests to. Right? And the striking workers themselves have echoed that sentiment, saying things like, "I have to work a second job because my job at the hotel is not enough to support my kids as a single mom. I'm living on the edge where I'm not sure if I'll be able to pay our rent and groceries or
White
provide my
ducks are
family
so
with
fucking
healthcare. It's
boring.
so stressful. One
Green
job
are
should be
fun.
enough.
We're
You know, the
both playing white
10,000 number
green,
that I
which is
mentioned,
kinda
that's just the
funny.
beginning. With us now seeing things like this morning, another
Way
200
different types
hotel
of
workers
ducks,
reportedly walking off the job in Baltimore. With Unite here also saying strikes have been authorized in New Haven, Oakland, and Providence. Right? And
Holy
those can begin at
fuck,
any
he's
time. Now,
just sitting
these strikes, they're not indefinite. With the union saying that each is only expected to last 2 to 3 days, and CNN reporting that over 800 employees went back to work this morning. But that's not to say that the impact isn't being felt, right? I mean, this stoppage comes as what the TSA predicted to be the busiest Labor Day travel period on record. And while these hotels are still open, the union is asking those that have reservations at properties with striking workers to cancel it and demand refunds. And this is those who haven't canceled or seeing what no workers means for their hotel stays and vacations. In fact, I mean, we're seeing complaints even make headlines in Hawaii with one guest saying things like, nobody's working. We're not getting our rooms, our bathrooms cleaned. It's just horrible. It's not a very pleasant vacation. And another adding, we support them for what they're trying to achieve, but we're having to get our own towels and make our own beds. And with all this, the companies that the union is striking against, they say that they have contingency plans to minimize the effects the strikes are having on guests, and they're committed to coming to an agreement with the workers. So this also is a spokesperson for Hyatt says that the company is, quote, disappointed that Unite here has chosen to strike while Hyatt remains willing to negotiate. And Hilton has said that it, quote, makes every effort to maintain a cooperative and productive relationship with the union, saying that they're committed to negotiating in good faith to reach fair and reasonable agreements. And, you know, all of this, it's not happening in a bubble. This massive strike is happening while unions are at the center of both the Trump and Harris presidential campaigns. With both candidates having said that they represent the working class, and both campaigns putting out statements attempting to rally support from the labor movement. With Trump's campaign claiming President Trump is making lasting inroads with union leaders and broadening the Republican tent in a historic way, and Harris's campaign managers saying in their statement, Kamala Harris has fought for labor and workers' rights her entire career, and adding that Kamala, quote, promises to continue the pro-worker agenda of the Biden-Harris administration. And with all that, I think it is worth noting that Trump reportedly did perform significantly better than expected with union workers when he won the presidency back in 2016. So then reportedly, most of that support went back to Biden in the 2020 race, and many argue that Trump's time in office, it just wasn't good for workers. Something that's probably not helped by J.D. Vance's voting record. With Vance reportedly voting against working people in 5 key votes since being sworn in as Ohio senator in January of last year. And, you know, when he tried telling the International Association of Firefighters that he and Trump are pro-worker, they seem to have a different opinion.
President Trump and I are proud to be the most pro-worker Republican ticket in history. And I want to talk about why we're fighting for working people, why we're going to fight for unions and non-union alike.
And all of this is right now Team Harris is campaigning hard for that union vote. I mean, their Labor Day tour included Kamala making an appearance in Detroit before being joined by Biden in Pittsburgh, and Tim Walz speaking at Milwaukee's Labor Fest and meeting with local labor leaders in Minnesota. But then, in other international news, we got to talk about what's going on in Ukraine, right? Because today, at least 51 people were reported killed and over 200 wounded in a Russian strike on the town of Poltava, which actually makes it one of the deadliest single attacks since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion back in February of 2022. Right? And according to the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense, the time between the alarm and the impact was so short that many people were caught trying to reach bomb shelters. And according to President Zelensky, initial reporting indicated that 2 ballistic missiles hit the area and they were targeting an educational institution in a nearby hospital. And so with that, you had him saying there would be an investigation, as well as promising that, quote, the Russian scum would pay. With him then also taking the opportunity to ask again for more support from allies, saying, we continue to urge everyone in the world who has the power to stop this terror. Ukraine needs air defense systems and missiles now, not sitting in storage. Long-range strikes that can protect us from Russian terror are needed now, not later. Every day of delay, unfortunately, means more lost lives. And to Zelensky's point, military analysts have suggested that certain long-range missiles could help Ukraine push Russian staging areas and supply depots back by hundreds of miles. In fact, they could make it possible for Ukraine to hit targets nearly 200 miles inside Russia, which includes at least 30 air bases, some of which